Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and let's talk about the Soldier 76 nerfs that are on the PTR. Now, if you look on the screen, on the left-hand side, we have live. Soldier does 20 damage per shot. On the right-hand side, we've got PTR. He does 19 damage per shot. It is possibly the most minor of nerfs that could ever have hit any hero in the history of Overwatch. Soldier does a little bit less damage. Now, what does that mean in terms of Soldier 76? Well, you guys know, I play an absolute ton of Soldier. I've got 3 accounts in Grandmaster, which are basically Soldier 76. Well, they're not Soldier 76 accounts, but they do play a lot of Soldier 76, and there's other heroes mixed into that, obviously. But I play a lot of Soldier. The big question is, and I know a lot of people are going to be asking questions about this, is dealing with Pharah. Well, look at this. I killed Pharah pretty easily there. Now, I understand that, yes, that could possibly come down to just a player's accuracy. Also, this is just me showing off, because why not? It's my video. I can show off sometimes, right? Yeah, whatever. That mid-air helix. Anyway, dealing with Pharah, it's not that much of an issue. It's basically the same issue it's always been. Now, if Pharah was being pocketed by Mercy, or she had Zen's Orb on her head, obviously it would be a much different game. Just trying to take a Soldier to deal with that is very difficult, unless you're somebody like Defran, who is arguably the best Soldier 76 player there is right now on the planet. Anyway, what do I think this means for Soldier in terms of his direct ability to deal with Pharah? Honestly, very little. I mean, this is the whole notion of this nerf. It kind of means very little. What we're going to look at in these gameplay clips here is me playing on the PTR, obviously. There's only 2 maps available on the PTR right now. There's Hanamura and there's Iconvold. And as you can see, I'm doing Soldier things. Yes, granted, I'm getting damage buffed here by Mercy. And yes, I'm being healed. My team are keeping me up. But it doesn't really feel like a nerf. It is a nerf, don't get me wrong. You are doing less damage as Soldier, and the whole idea of this is to take Soldier away from the game a little bit, because Soldier is effective in every single team combination. Basically, Soldier is Soldier. You can use him whenever the hell you'd like to use Soldier. So he is a very, very ultra meta pick in that regard, just because of the amount of damage that he puts out. It's sustained hit scan DPS. He's got self-sustain himself. Now, obviously, you could argue Soldier is kind of a bland character to play in a lot of ways. I enjoy playing Soldier. I don't know what it is. I just like playing Soldier. We all like heroes for different reasons. But this nerf, I don't think, is enough. Now, that's probably going to be a bit of a bombshell coming from somebody who, well, is a Soldier 76 player most of the time. I think once you really drill down to my personal stats, I think I've played Reinhardt the most, then it would be 76, then probably McCree. Or McCree might actually be more than 76 if you count in my quick play time. I'm not sure. But I think this isn't really enough. But this is a massive issue with Soldier, right? If you take Soldier's damage down too much, right, and increase his spread or whatever the hell you want to do to him, then he becomes completely unusable. He's very much like McCree, and this is why McCree is, again, a very delicate candidate when it comes to, or a patient, I suppose is a better word, when it comes to looking at these heroes and buffing and nerfing them, because a minor buff can make them massively powerful. A minor nerf could, in turn, just remove their effectiveness completely from the game, which is obviously not something you want to do. But these heroes do suffer from a couple of issues. They are very basic in terms of their design, especially Soldier 76, right? You put your crosshair on the enemy, you fire, you do damage to the enemy. That is always going to be powerful if you've got the accuracy to back this up. This is why you look at the pro gamers. This is why you look at the top 500 list, look at the top 100 list in your region within the client. If you go to the leaderboards, you'll notice a lot of those are Soldier 76 players, or, you know, maybe Genjis or Tracers or whatever. But hit scan like Tracer, like Soldier, not McCree to that much extent, although there are some McCrees up and around there. Soldier 76 is very dominant, and he is super, super dominant in the meta, and it's very difficult to get rid of Soldier. Like, what do you do? This nerf, I don't think is enough, because it just feels the same to me, right? It's -1 damage. It's not like it's the end of the world. It's not like, oh my god, now it's suddenly taking you twice as long to kill somebody. It takes you maybe a fraction of a second longer. You just don't feel it. Like, if you had showed me this gameplay footage, or in fact, you know what, this is the best way to look at this. If you had said to me, hey Sty, just go and play Overwatch, and I did, right, on the PTR, and I didn't know what the changes were, I would not be able to tell you that Soldier has been nerfed, and I think that's the big thing here. It doesn't feel like he's been nerfed. He has. I think he needs maybe a little bit more, because I don't think we're going to see Soldier particularly go anywhere after these nerfs. He's still, in my eyes, a better pick than a McCree in situations where McCree would be, or you would think McCree would possibly be a better pick. Like, the only time you would use a McCree instead of a Soldier is if you're feeling jazzy. Like, I enjoy playing McCree. Probably, well, I do. I enjoy playing McCree more than Soldier. But the thing with McCree versus Soldier is you know Soldier's going to be more effective with the same player playing on a Soldier than a McCree, because you will miss shots with McCree, whereas Soldier, it's a lot more forgiving when you miss shots. You know, you can track the targets far away, whereas McCree, it's a little bit more difficult to just track DPS. You're almost flicking shots. Yeah, sure, you can still track, but there's a lot of different issues. So guys, I don't think this is enough, which I know is a big thing coming from somebody who plays a lot of Soldier. Soldier is dominant right now in the game. The meta of the game right now isn't too bad because it is pretty much a DPS focused meta. There are other changes in this PTR patch which, if and when they do go live, are going to be quite interesting. The next thing that I'm probably going to cover is the Orisa change, because that is absolutely huge. We are, if that goes live, probably going to enter into a period of Orisa being used a lot more, because Orisa can deploy her barriers extremely fast. She's got an 8-second cooldown on a barrier from 12 seconds as it is on live right now, which means she can hold chokes extremely well. On Hanamura, which is available on the PTR, because there's only 2 maps on the PTR, the Icon Vault and Hanamura in Quick Play, you will notice that she's very good at holding that choke. Sure, if you've got a dive comp and you can just rush straight through, you're going to negate that. And also, I just do want to say, before I end this video, remember guys, this is PTR. So skill levels are all over the place. This isn't like a balanced game. You know, there's me in the game with people who are like platinum players, and, you know, there's top 500 players in the game, and it's like all over the place. Alright guys, I've been Stylosa, this is Unit Lost. Let me know what you think about these Soldier nerfs. Do you think they're enough? Have you tried them on the PTR? If you haven't, go and try them on the PTR now. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa and this is Unit Lost. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and like the video if you like the video, and I will catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.